Hello and welcome back to the Good 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. My name is Liz Fusco. Thank you so much for joining us. Coming up this week, a look into URI's Middle Eastern Student Association Annual MESA Week, a sand mandala painting event, and what's happening this week at URI. And as always, stay tuned for your Rhody Sports Corner. April is National Arab American Heritage Month, and to honor it, the Middle Eastern Student Association at URI held its annual MESA Week, where they shared Middle Eastern culture with the community. Lucas Masiello has the story.
In honor of National Arab History Month, the Middle Eastern Students Association at the University of Rhode Island is hosting their annual MESA Week. Here at the Memorial Union Ballroom, I'm Lucas Masiello with the Good 5 Cent Cigar.
MESA Week is a week full of events that happen every day, Monday through Friday, and every day is something different to kind of spread awareness for National Arab American Heritage Month in April. Monday, it was Movie Monday. We watched an Arabic movie called Omar. It was really cool. It was a Palestinian movie. Tuesday, we did a Krispy Kreme fundraiser to raise money for the earthquake victims in Syria and Turkey. Yesterday, Wednesday, was bingo night. It was really cool. Nothing Arabic specific. We were just hanging out, doing a couple rounds of bingo. It was a good turnout. Tonight was Depke and belly dance night, and then tomorrow, Friday, is going to be Arabic 101 night, where we're going to do different dialect games and challenges, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Depke is a popular Middle Eastern dance, and every
Julia!
David!
How are you? Hi.
This is my fabulous e-board, -1, Inky. I couldn't have done this without them. Love them. Yeah, but Depke is a popular Middle Eastern dance. Every nationality or ethnicity has a different kind of type, so there's different types of dances and steps and moves. It just depends on the country that you're in, and it's really cool because a lot of people were here tonight. We're from different places, so we got to learn a lot.
After learning Debka, we were treated to some fantastic Middle Eastern food from across the region and belly dance lessons from Eunice, a local professional belly dancer and instructor.
And then when you feel like you have the movement down, you can put your arms up.
No, I don't have the rhythm.
But nope, and that's okay. I'm not expecting you guys to be experts by the end of today, okay? But it's just to give you a little tasty taste of how complicated the dance is. People think it's just shaking, twerking, and it's just like, it's not that. No, it's a lot of stuff going on. So I just want you guys to take that with you. So my name is Eunice Belly Dance, Limited Liability Company, LLC. And so I am a professional belly dance performer and instructor based in Providence, Rhode Island. When I started as a high school student, I would go to the Providence Public Library and borrow DVDs on belly dance instructional videos. And when I went to college and then after college, I started taking classes from reputable dance teachers from the Middle East. And yeah, still learning, not only, and also sharing what I'm learning to others.
With a history spanning centuries, belly dancing is a traditional form of Middle Eastern dance that often uses props such as canes, swords, and intricate dresses to catch the eye of the audience.
The Saidi part, it's like a northern Egyptian folkloric dance, and it comes from the guys, the shepherds with their canes. It was like a martial arts kind of thing, and they would kind of like use their cane to fight other shepherds. And yeah, so what happened is in Egypt, it became kind of like a parody when the women took it and started using it as like a dance, kind of like, oh, look at me, I'm acting like, a shepherd. So yeah, so that was included into the dance. The cape, or the icy swing is what we call it. There's in Egypt, the ancient Egyptian goddess Isis, and she has these pleated wings. And you saw that, but because the dance is always evolving and we want to make it more fun and exciting, we add different colors, LED lights. So that's more of the fantasy part. And then the sword, that's also danced in other parts, not just Egypt, but other parts in the Middle East, as a balancing act. You saw me with it on my head. And so it's not like significant like folkloric dance to it, it's also like a fantasy part of belly dance.
With great food and an amazing live performance, the Middle Eastern Students Association's MESA Week is definitely a no-miss event here at URI.
It's been lovely to have the belly dancer here. It was lovely having them. And of course, we couldn't have done any of this without Julia, our president.
I couldn't have done this without them.
What a lovely success having MESA night tonight, having a MESA week the whole week, and having such a great organization in Ybor. We look forward to continuing MESA for the years to come.
Said it perfectly.
Last week, the Memorial Union hosted a sand mandala painting event. Juliana Lepore covered the event to see how the art form promotes peace among the community.
During the week of March 27th, the University of Rhode Island Center for Nonviolence and Peace held a sand mandala painting event in the Memorial Union, featuring 8 Tibetan Buddhist monks from the Drepung Losling Monastery in India.
The monastery that came from was Drepung Losling Monastery. So Drepung Losling Monastery was established in 1416. So more than 600 years of existence. So it is now relocated in India, South India. So they came from India. They did several programs before coming to URI.
Mandala painting, according to Tendar, is a Buddhist tradition in which they wish to draw the universe in its most divine form.
It is also called as a cosmogram, through which a practitioner may visualize purifying one's body, speech, and mind into an enlightened one. So it is a universe in its divine or pure form.
After completing the mandala, the monks then dumped the sand into the creek near Hope Commons to symbolize nature reconnecting with nature and to symbolize sending the beauty of the earth back into the universe.
When we look at the mandala, there are innermost circle, and then there are 4 directions. There are different colors in the 4 directions to represent 4 main elements of water, fire, earth, and space. And so there are colors that are associated with those elements. Other than that, there are colors that they use, for example, to colors that goes with a lotus flower, or color that goes with a cloud and things like that. There are certain symbols, so they use color accordingly.
After visiting URI, the monks then went to other universities in the area to hold similar events and teach about inner and outer peace.
Here is your week at URI. On Tuesday, April 18th at 7:30 p.m. in the Fine Arts Center Concert Hall, the URI Music Department will be hosting their Jazz Combos Spring Concert. On Thursday, April 20th, get outside for Earth Day on the Quad, hosted by the URI Foundation, Alumni Engagement, and Student Action for Sustainability, complete with student groups and projects, and #NoRamHungry. URI's theater production of Into the Woods opens Thursday, April 20th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available for purchase through the URI Theater website. And now over to Aidan Garvey with your Rhody Sports Corner.
Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Rhody Sports Corner. I'm Aidan Garvey. Injuries in sports can last anywhere between a few plays and a few years. Rhode Island baseball's Billy Butler hit a home run in his first at-bat of the 2022 season before suffering a season-ending injury. Now back with the Rams, Butler is making sure he doesn't take his 2023 campaign for granted. For more on the story, here's our own Zachary Petrick.
Fifth-year outfielder Billy Butler went down with a gruesome injury last year that kept him out for the whole season after only one at-bat. This year, he's come back and been a star player for Rhody baseball. Now, he talks about his injury and how he got back to full form.
I knew right away when I laid out. It was pretty sad, honestly. Thought I was done, probably forever. A lot of doctors I talked to said I would be done playing baseball.
Billy described his mental health during his injury and how he felt when he couldn't get back on the field with his teammates.
I was definitely like dwelling on it a little too much, and seeing my team struggle without me to just help in any way, that was pretty tough. But luckily, like, we have a great, like, tight-knit family here, so they definitely got me through it. They're definitely the reason why I'm still here.
When Billy recovered from his injury, all he wanted to do was get back out on the diamond with his teammates. He just wanted to be able to get back out and play the sport he loves.
Gratitude, being grateful to be out here with these guys, and like we just touched on, like, I'm not on my couch right now watching the team play, you know, or lose games. It's really nice to be back out here for this season.
Since returning this year, Billy has become a great leader. Head coach Rafael Serrato discussed what Billy does for the team and the leader he has become.
Cares about his teammates a lot, and the whole team feeds off of him, and just the energy he brings, and just loves being here and being part of the program.
In Billy's return this year, he leads the team in average, batting .317 with 11 runs scored with 32 hits. He also has 2 home runs and 17 RBIs with a .436 slugging percentage. With the year he's having this year, it's pretty safe to say Billy's having a lot of fun back on the diamond since returning from injury.
And yeah, these guys drive me every day, so it's pretty easy to have fun and play well when I know all the stuff that I went through to be here now. So even tough days like this.
Reporting from Bill Beck Field in Kingston, Rhode Island, I'm Zachary Petrick.
Rhode Island softball is having a historically successful season. With win totals scratching 20, the Rams are on pace to have their best season since 2006. A key part of this success is outfielder Skylar Rapuano. I spoke with Rapuano and head coach Whitney Goldstein this past week and found that her impact on the team is much deeper than her performance at the plate. The University of Rhode Island softball team is on pace to have their best season since 2006. A large amount of this success can be attributed to the leadership and contributions of senior outfielder Skylar Rapuano. Through 31 games, Rapuano was batting .329, which leads the team. This was not always the case for Rapuano, who held the role of slapper prior to the arrival of head coach Whitney Goldstein.
My freshman year, I actually was a slapper, and Coach Whitney came in, she was like, no, you're going to hit. And I was like, felt a little like off about it, but then she convinced me to trust the process, and obviously I trusted her, and we could see where I'm at now, so I'm glad I did.
Goldstein agrees with this, praising the improvement of Rapuano's offensive game this year.
She has what I would say a better hitter's mindset this year, swinging at better balls in better counts, being more aggressive. She can strike out sometimes, but I think this year it's because she's going to swing, not because she's going to look at it. And I think that's been a much better mindset for her. And she's actually coming up in situations and swinging earlier in counts too, which was different than how she would approach them last year. So I think it's just made her an all-around better hitter. She's looking more for pitches that she can drive. She's swinging at good pitches, and she's attacking really good balls in the zone.
However, Skylar is a player who not only contributes at the plate, but through her leadership as well. Her contributions throughout the dugout sound almost as loud, if not louder, than the crack of her bat.
Skylar's one of the players on the team that always takes everybody under her wing. She's so great with our freshmen and our sophomores, and she's always helping them. She's not someone who is intimidated by somebody else's successes. She's willing to have the team always before herself, and I think that is a really nice way to lead your teammates, and especially the younger players.
I try to lead by example. With a lot of it in the field, I talk to them a lot. I know they trust me. I know they look up to me, so I know I'm always going to have eyes on me, so I try to do the right thing in every single moment, and they come to me when they need me.
This season has been highlighted by Rapuano being named the Atlantic 10 Co-Player of the Week in late March. However, even with the personal accolade, Rapuano was only focused on the team agenda.
I was super excited, especially because it was against George Washington, who won the conference last year. So it was really big to us. It was really big for my team. I'm just happy I could help us get the victory in the series.
Even her favorite memory from her time at URI surrounded around the team's success, not a personal one.
I think my favorite memory so far, just from this year, we've won so much, and it's been such a big thing to our program. And as a player here, we've never won this much, and it's huge. So I think The last out against Fordham, we don't really necessarily like Fordham that much, and the fact that we could take the series against them and win 2 on a day. I got it was a pop-up to right field, and I ran in and I caught it, and I was just screaming, and everyone was hype, and it was just a great feeling.
This character that Rapuano displays is one that leaves the field as well. Goldstein reporting that Rapuano's team-first mentality even stretches to team dinner on the road.
She's always been a good kid for us, but like we were out in where were we? We were out in San Jose, San Francisco area, and she came and like served all the coaches dinner, and like I was just like, look at this person, like she got all our plates for us. She's like, what do you need? What do you need? And just, you know, she's just always willing to help and she's just very helpful. And I think the one thing is you know, she is who she is, and we accept her for that. And I think she really appreciates that we always, you know, let her be herself. So I think that's a nice thing.
Rapuano just being herself has turned out pretty good so far for her this year, and she still has more time in her senior season to make an impact both inside and outside the batter's box. For Cigar Sports, I'm Aidan Garvey. Now for the scores around campus. Baseball won 2 out of 3 in their series against Fordham this past weekend. Softball also won 2 out of 3 games against Fordham this past weekend. They then swept another doubleheader against Maine on Monday, winning 8-1 and 8-0. Women's tennis traveled to Fordham on Saturday where they were defeated. However, they came back home on Sunday and blanked St. Joseph's. Women's rowing competed in the St. Joseph's Invitational this past Saturday, winning all 8 races they were featured in. Finally, both men's and women's track competed in the UMass Spring Invitational this past weekend. That's it for the Rhody Sports Corner. Back to you, Liz.
That's all we have for you this week at the 5 Cent Cigar News. As always, make sure to check us out at rhodycigar.com and follow us on social media at Rhody Cigar. From Kingston, Rhode Island, I'm Liz Fusco. Have a great week, Rhody.